Emmerdale spoilers. Aaron crushes Paddy with his vile words on suicide attempt, as a big decision is made. It was a day of many anniversaries on Monday's Emmerdale, hardly surprising, given that it's a year ago since 2022's Super Soap Week saw a huge storm ravaging the village. While the storm claimed the lives of Harriet Finch and Liv Dingle, it was also a year ago that beloved Dingle matriarch Faith died. As well as these sad deaths, there was also a birth of Amelia Spencer's daughter Esther, and the marriage of Will Taylor and Kim Tate. So the villagers had a lot on their minds in this episode. For Aaron, newly returned to Emmerdale, it was the death of his sister Liv that was troubling him the most, though he was doing his best to hide it by being generally unpleasant to everyone. Paddy found him in the cafe, surprised that Aaron hadn't been to see him. "I missed you, and I thought you'd miss me," he said. If Paddy was expecting a huggy reunion from the man he thinks of as his son, he wasn't about to get it. But while Aaron just offered grumpy silence, Paddy knew he was trying to hide his pain about Liv. "Don't pretend it doesn't affect you," he insisted. "We all know how much you loved her." Paddy tried to get Aaron to open up by talking about his own darkest hour when life seemed so bleak he got to the point of attempting suicide. "I came close to doing something there was no coming back from," he admitted. Aaron's words in response to this were incredibly cruel. "I heard all about that. How you didn't have the guts to go through with it. Pathetic, Paddy. Maybe you should have done it. Done us all a favor. We're better off without you." This horrible attack was coming from a place of self-pity, as Aaron revealed when he followed it up by saying that Paddy wouldn't have been there for him or his daughter Eve if he'd gone through with his suicide plan. Paddy had to agree but said he would never do anything like that again. "I love you, Aaron," he said. Aaron's nasty response to this was to tell him he couldn't eat while Paddy was sitting there. But as Paddy left, telling Aaron, "You know where I am," Aaron's hard man exterior dropped for a second and it looked like he was regretting his harsh words. Aaron planned to leave the village, even taking money from the Woolpack till that he reckoned Kane owed him, but Vinny found him later leaving flowers at Liv's memorial bench. Vinny spoke of his own pain at losing his wife and how the village was full of memories of Liv, which he found comforting. Struggling to control his own emotions, Aaron tried to drive away, but stopped the car. Danny Miller told us what's ahead for his character now that Aaron is apparently staying in the village. He's still winding up people and looking for a fight. "He's got smart comeback lines that I've never usually been that character," he said. Hopefully eventually he'll return to some form of who he used to be. He's got a lot of repairing to do with various different characters and that should make for an interesting arc. Let's hope one of the first relationships he repairs is with lovely Paddy.
Xin chào các bạn đã quay trở lại UK Soát Spoiler. Vừa rồi các bạn đã theo dõi một sản phẩm của chúng tôi, UK Soát Spoiler, một kênh tin tức chuyên cung cấp cho các bạn những thông tin mới nhất về những bộ phim xà phòng của Vương quốc Anh.